The increasing cost of food is especially being felt by organizations that are working to address food security in the region. Food distributors say their costs have skyrocketed in a number of ways, including packaging and an increase in oil rates and fuel and electricity. Lee Noonan has more.
Community organizations that deliver food-based programs in and around Thunder Bay are seeing their budgets stretched thin, not only by sharply rising food prices, but also by supply shortages and increased transportation costs. One such organization is the Regional Food Distribution Association, which provides food hampers to food banks and First Nations across northwestern Ontario. Executive Director Volker Krom says that in some of the northernmost communities they serve, he has seen food prices triple and the cost of gas over $1 more than we might see in the city.
We have had to increase costs in packaging and food purchases, the fuel pricing. Now we have refrigeration costs, the electricity costs, the gas prices have all impacted our operations. We've had to hire more staff because our inability to keep up with the demands not only in Thunder Bay but across the region.
Krom says the RFDA was already over budget last year, and he's expecting his expenses to increase by 25% over 22-23. Erin Beagle, Executive Director of Roots to Harvest, says the issue is much broader than just food. She says that mental health can suffer as well when income supports like OW and pension plans don't keep up with the rising cost of living.
Do they pay their phone bill, or do they get groceries this week? Or do their kids get to go on this, field trip? Or, do they have lunch for food, or food for lunch, sorry. So they have to start weighing out the choices, and that becomes really stressful.
Beagle suggests that as individuals, the best way to help is to show compassion and pressure the federal and provincial governments to support programs like basic income. In the meantime, she predicts that organizations like Roots to Harvest, Dewdrop Inn, and Shelter House will be looking for support to continue filling the gap.
So you'll see all these agencies being like, actually, we're still doing fundraising, here we are again, because the cost of running our programs is going to go up too. And that's just how it works. If we want to give people fresh and good and nourishing food, we have to be able to pay for it.
Where we used to ask for food, primarily now we're saying, please, the money for transportation and storage is much more important.
Both the organizations that feed people and the income-stressed populations they serve are going to have to start making difficult choices between economic and more nutritious food options. Lee Noonan, TBT News.